J43R underscore was first.
J43R underscore. The bot is working again. Oh. It is interesting that they've got all these cool title screens for the different areas of the game. But, like, unless you're just quitting out, you could just miss so many of them. Probably final, maybe not. Which doesn't know. I don't know. No, it's definitely the final. This is the final day. It's just something different with your profile picture. All right. We like the new profile picture. The crease. His profile and Discord pic change. It's yeah, I figured it was a nice little change to make. 3807 is where we ended. 3807 last time. I had to look that back up. Why is the title music so loud? 3807. I don't like when games do super loud title music. Let's go, end game. Truly a Souls-like to have loud menu music.
I use this emote everywhere, even outside of Twitch.
Oh. You did it and everyone is proud, including the family dog and his son.
Hooray! Even the son of the family dog. Yo, Franny Burn, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Use the emote everywhere, even outside of Twitch. It's just such a good emote. It's such a good emote that Aggie has stolen it. He made Aggie. Can you believe that guy? Can't have anything nice. I've got my patent pending. I'm ready to sue him. Little Aggie. SMH my head. Not Aggie.
Mitch's title is just like Final Fantasy. Every new game is final, but is it really to?
This is the final one. It's the final day. The true final day. No more final than this day. I would never lie about this being the final day. Sacrifice.
Sealing Bieling is no simple task. Even the heavens are impermanent, and thus, even the divine powers are fading.
It's the final last day. The last final day. That ever there will be. Okay. Seen Lil Ag smile with breasts yet, though. Unfortunately, my eyes have been cursed with that image. Any plans for Night Rain tomorrow? New duos mode and enhanced boss tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Since we're finishing up Wuchang today. We finish Wuchang today, and then tomorrow Night Rain. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. Who duoing with me? Chris? Huh? Chris? Alright. And then E33? Perhaps. That is definitely a possibility. Blue background? I mean, what else? In chat, it's transparent background, but as a profile picture, you can't have a transparent background profile picture. I don't think that makes sense. Does it? Maybe it does. Maybe I could have. Finishing Wuchang today. You said today was the last final day of Wuchang. Yeah, this is the last final day. Well, there was a bamboo root, but I'm too annoyed at those to go back for it. They just... If you didn't notice it before it even appeared, you just don't get it. Chris already gone. He just wanted to come in and say Midja. Understandable. Easy. Sheesh. Where's that bird? Aha. Die. Oh, another bird. Die. Aha. Oh, the class physics looks so good. A third bird. Die. Any fourth birds? All the birds. Nice profile pic. Thanks.
Red Mercury. Its powers are intertwined with the chaos of the world. Return that power to the astral realms above, and only then will the conflict find its end.
Okay. Is this... Yeah, the options for profile picture were Midja or a nice picture of me. Zoomed in on my face. Probably way too close for comfort. And I still might change it to a nice picture of me. You must possess the Ring of Samsara to awaken the altar. And I don't? How do I get the Ring of Samsara? Zoom in face pic is a banger too. See? It probably wouldn't actually be that uncomfortably zoomed in. It would probably be reasonably zoomed in, but... The cycle of suffering in Hindu and Buddhist teachings. Indeed. But I don't... Oh, the Ring of Samsara? How do I get it? I'm probably locked out of it, I guess? I don't know. But people said I needed to answer the right thing on the door to get into here, to get to the boss, so that I don't miss it. But if I don't have the ring, am I just missing the boss anyway? You get the ring by finding it. Ah. Now I see. Because, yeah, I've already done these 2 sacrifices, so it's not like you get it from one of them. I mean, maybe I get it further along on the main path. But then, like, why would they have me come here when I can't have the ring yet if it's further along the main path? Like, that would be weird level design. But, I mean, this game does have very weird level design, so it's very possible that they would just do that for no reason. Yeah, no? Well, that's confusing. Wait, the door questions matter? Yeah, apparently yes. But I mean, that should mean that I answered the right door question, so I don't get it. On the 3rd door, do you remember what you answered? The thing that chat told me to answer. Oh, unless you mean... not me. I guess it's back to capital entrance, and then there was another way to go. I think that opened up. This way? Yeah, that seems right to me. Yeah, because we fell down there and it led right back to the start. Right, yeah. Okay. Mechanism cannot be used right now, so that would indicate... Ah, this is the elevator right here. Okay. Like my new Twitch picture. Thank you. Oh, the monsters are fighting. I figured that it was pretty easy to get people to like that one, because it's just everyone's favorite emote. How could you not like Mitchja? Oh, well. Yep, that's a corruption, because stunned in the lake. Cool. Okay. Talk to the boss because you gave the chisel. Well, people were saying I wasn't locked out, or maybe I was, but I guess if I'm locked out, then I guess I'm locked out. That sucks. I really hate when games do that, so... add it to the list of things I don't like about this game. This is why you were -1 from your score by the end of the game. Yeah, that's fair. Gotcha. And if I didn't have this, sword that's ridiculously long to hit things when they're standing in goop, this section would be a lot more annoying. I actually got tilted, Lamau. I mean, that's completely fair. Like, it is fair to get tilted when the game, with no explanation, you know, there's like the hints, like story-wise, but just like, oh, I want to select this and see what story happens. Just kidding, you're locked out of a boss fight. It's like, okay, cool. Just not ideal. I don't think I see anything over there. Do you have any long spear type weapon? I do have several spears. I'm not really using spears. I like the longsword better, but I guess you're saying those would also reach things in the goop. I guess that's fair as well. But now I've got something that reaches into the goop that doesn't make me use a spear. You two keep fighting over there. Anything over this way? No. Nexus Mods does have save files? Sure, but like, that's not the same. Circumventing the game does not make the game good. If the game is bad and you feel the need to circumvent it with outside means, then the game is bad. Not that this game overall is bad, but that aspect is a bad aspect of this game. Okay, they're almost done with their fight. Wait, is the smaller one actually gonna win? I mean, if not, it's like really close, surprisingly. I thought the big one was gonna trounce them. No, they're like neck and neck, I think. The smaller one won. Wow. I was suggesting to do it. I just happened to see them when you were curious about mods. You've already been done. Ah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah. New profile pic, Mitchja. That's right. Smaller one wins every time, I think. Well, who knows? This being their first Souls-like, hopefully the next game they'll address some of the issues. Hopefully if they make another one. We don't have the ring, as far as I can tell. When I looked up, is you don't get one of the endings. I think that's all you're locked out of. Okay, then where was the boss that I was supposed to see in there? Was there a boss that I was supposed to see in there? It looked like the only way to go was through the door that said it wanted a ring. Big open area. Possibly multiple ways to go here. I don't like when things clearly miss you by a lot. They're not even close to you and you take damage anyway. Of the ring. Looking up just in case what you read was wrong. What's the last boss I fought? What is the last boss I fought? Well, I think it's the guy I'm wearing the armor of, but that was after the Reborn. I think the Reborn was the last story boss I fought. I've got enough heals anyway. Oh. Soulbird Shard left. Presumably I'll get Soulbird Shard right then, at some point. I could drop down there, but that's not really like an... Well, we'll see. I fought all the other bosses, as far as I'm aware. I accepted the littlest bit of backseating to try to not miss bosses, so... Lustrous red feather. It's not really all that helpful. I'm gonna go explore the other way, since it was kind of locked to dropping down that direction. Like, I presume it'll loop back around at some point, but for now, it's kind of a new way to go. You did not have given away the chisel, just looked it up, since you need all the chisels. 2. I have all the chisels. I still have all 4 chisels. I let him see it, I didn't let him have it. Pretty sure. You need 5? There are 5? What? Didn't I say there was 4? I guess I did. I gave the jade. Well, all right. What a silly thing. What a silly thing for a game to do. I mean, I guess maybe I should have been more wary when it was the bottom option, but... Okay, so that's basically just a shortcut back, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. Game told you like 10 times to not trust him. I mean, it also told me like 10 times to trust him. Like, there were plenty of people that were talking good and positive about how the Taoist is, you know, the only one who can help us now. Like, I didn't necessarily trust him, but it just said show him that there's a chisel. It didn't say give away your chisel. You will never get it back. I'm pretty sure the option was just show him. Like, I didn't think there would be harm in showing him. Oh. Big bird. Easy. Nice.
Good luck, Mitch.
Yo, thank you for the good luck. It said hand over? What? That still in context could mean show, but alright.
Percent raw input percent.
Yo. Foreign man, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Lurking your streams for a minute now. It's high time you sub. Also enjoyed the Sekiro on an SGDQ. Yo, thank you. I highly appreciate it. I also appreciate lurkers. Don't feel like you ever, you know, have to sub, but I do really appreciate when somebody does, so thank you. And yeah, the Sekiro run, that was a lot of fun for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a trap with no point. Cool, cool. All right, they're still fighting. They've been at this for like an hour. Surely the fight ends soon. Oh. It's really, really close again. Littler one is winning again, though. Oh. Thought lurkers were people who watch but don't chat. Yes. That is what a lurker is. Lots of your appreciation is appreciated. Yeah. Thoughts on the game so far? Just got it yesterday. Still stuck on the first boss. I think it's good, but it should be so much better. It's frustrating how close it is to being really good and falls short and just ends up at, it's good. It's still a solid Souls-like, but the more I play it, the more I'm putting it kind of to the middle of the pack of Souls-likes. Originally, I was like, this is, close to the great ones. And now I'm like, it's more in the pack. It's like an alright Souls-like. Can only be opened with the Soul Bird Shard right. Okay, well, I'll have to get that. I have the left one. See this on the level of Mortal Shell. I think Mortal Shell I had more fun with per hour, but Mortal Shell was really short. So, yeah. Perhaps overall something like the level of Mortal Shell. Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. I did quite enjoy the combat of Mortal Shell. And get 6.5 out of 10. Wish the combat was cleaner so the bosses were fun. I think the combat is better than the bosses are. I think within this combat system, you could make incredible bosses, and I think the bosses fall short of how good the potential in the combat system is. I do think the combat system is flawed, is overly complicated for sometimes not really any reason. Like, I still don't even know what the point of madness even is at all. There's too many systems, but just the attacking and dodging in the game just feels good. Builder spender systems, I have said I think builder spender systems are a very welcome addition to action RPGs. There was a really good one in Wuchang. This one, it's good, although it's not as good as the one in Wuchang. I think the potential in the combat is very, very high. And it doesn't necessarily fully realize that potential. Did I say Wukong? In this one, Wuchang. I think Wukong did everything it could with the potential that the system had, and the system did have a lot of potential. It just wasn't very Souls-like-y, so I didn't, like... It wasn't 100% for me. But this game, I think the potential was like really high. Like I think the first few hours of this game had me thinking it was going to be a 9 out of 10 because I was like, all they got to do is, you know, make it all cohere together and give me some awesome bosses and some awesome areas, and we're at like 9 out of 10. And then it just keeps adding on little things that are like, well, this kind of sucks though. Well, this kind of sucks though. Give me the riposte, please. Oh, still got the riposte. Nice. Nice. I liked Wukong's simplicity. The combat was engaging enough while it not being complicated. Yeah. I think simplicity is easier to do correctly than a complicated system. I think some people will like it complicated, even if that means it's not as good and polished, because a lot of people just want to have a lot of options, even if all the options are weird or don't fit together. Whereas I would much rather have a few options that fit together really well, rather than a ton of options that are just like scattered and like, whatever. So that one is kind of down to personal preference. Definitely a lot to unpack with Wuchang, yeah. There was also a lot to unpack with Code Vein. Code Vein felt like it had a trillion systems that it introduced to you all at once at the start. But by the end of Code Vein, I felt like it all really worked together. Like at the start, I thought Code Vein was like way too complicated and like, oh my god, this is going to be the worst Souls-like I've ever played. And by the end, it was like, wait, this kind of slaps. So that's what I was expecting for Wuchang to do as well. For it to, like, suddenly make sense together. And that point just kind of never hit. Way I'm already corrupted again. I barely walked through that. Almost out of heals just from the poison swamp. That's like the only things that have been hitting me is the poison swamp. Poison swamp. Hated that Wukong does the slow time momentarily when you parry. Wolong did it and it's just so distracting. There was parries in Wukong? I don't remember that. I just remember dodging. Also makes you take more damage so you die faster. How would that be helpful in learning a boss, right? But most of the bosses can kill you with 2 hits, so damage doesn't really matter. So have to learn mechanics, how to avoid damage, and learn bosses' moveset. Wait, really? I dropped Code Vein in the first hour, might come back. I'm not saying that Code Vein is the greatest Souls-like ever, but it does get a lot better. I think the first hour of Code Vein is the worst first hour of any Souls-like ever, easily. But by the end of it, I was like, that was a solid Souls-like. I liked that. I'd put it in the average to above average Souls-like for Code Vein. Like, thinking about comparing the two, I think I might be at the point where I kind of think Code Vein was better than Wuchang. I'm not sure. Maybe that's too far. But I kind of think I kind of think that might be the case. Is there another stairs here? There was over here. I'm not in the swamp anymore. How do I get corrupted? Still hate the maze. They're at least like close in my mind between Wuchang and Code Vein. That's so far from me. How does that hit? And that's not even close either. Ay, ay, ay. Kind of copies a lot from other Souls-likes. It definitely does. Makes progressing through the game easier if you kill it faster, which is what most people want out of a game. I do agree for strictly learning, it's worse. I think... I mean... What the majority wants is what the majority wants. It doesn't matter what I say. But, like... I think a lot of people are so concerned with how to win that, like, all discussions around anything about fun or good game design versus bad game design just get completely lost. That everyone's like, what do you mean it's bad game design? I killed it in 2 tries. Where it's like, okay, that has nothing to do with it. I think that's a very, very, very common thing. Is that people think that bad game design is hard game design. Which, or the opposite. That the only good game design is whatever's the most difficult possible thing, and anything less difficult than that is bad game design. Like, the Souls-like genre is sort of unfortunately the, you know, the lightning rod for that, because a lot of the appeal of a Souls-like game is in the difficulty. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go back and rest. I'm not gonna make it through here. Did I open up a shortcut somewhere? I did, but I think it was just back to here. I think I have to go back up the elevator here. There's the elevator. Many hated Kazan because hard? Was Kazan even like that hard? I didn't feel like it was that hard. I mean, I can understand people didn't like Kazan. Like, it was a different style. It was not a super traditional Souls experience. But I really liked it. I'd say Souls-like games are the same as puzzle games. It's about figuring it out. No, I completely disagree. It's about execution. It's not only about execution, but, like, you're not going to make it through if all that you do is, like, if I just simply use my superior intellect, I will win every time. No, you gotta execute. You definitely still gotta execute. Isn't that the same as solving the puzzle? What do you... What? Those are like polar opposites. There's two ways that a problem in a video game can be overcome. One is through just the thinking about it part, and one is through the executing what you have thought about part. And both are important in Souls-likes, but the emphasis is more on the execution and less on the thinking about it than in other possible styles. Isn't hard once you figure out, but people didn't want to figure it out because it wasn't one-to-one Souls. Sure, I can see that. I mean, maybe it's unfair to them to say, oh, they only didn't like it because it was hard. Maybe it's they didn't like it, and so they were not, you know, they didn't want to, even if it wasn't that hard, they didn't want to play it more. And I think that is a reasonable thing that someone could do without saying, well, actually, you only didn't like it because it's hard. Didn't enjoy Kazan all that much. And I think that's fair. I think you don't have to enjoy, you know, any game all that much. Once I figured out solve the boss, it's easy to execute, but I guess it does require some reaction skills. Yeah, well, not just reaction, but also the literal execution of pressing the button at the right time. Like, there are bosses that there are strategies you can use where you barely have to execute at all. Right? There's my blindfolded strats for a lot of bosses where the execution for that is really, really minimal because I have designed it specifically that way so that I can execute it while not able to see. But I don't think that is the norm. Execution part of the bosses has increased in the Souls series as time went on. Demon Souls and DS1 were execution light for the most part. I agree with that. 100%. 100% I agree with that. Demon Souls, the execution was Demon Souls, I would go so far as like it's pretty much a puzzle game. I'd say, yeah, actually, it's pretty much a puzzle game. Dark Souls 1, you know, I would say it leans more on execution, but I could see it being like 50-50. And past that, I think it has been way more execution heavy. Kind of hate arguments about the Souls-like genre. If they're arguments or any discussion, because, you know, anytime there's arguments, like, you know, that's just the vibes are off because it's an argument. I like discussions, personally. Okay, so wait, I did activate the other thing, so I could just move on. I don't have to go kill that one enemy. Okay, I guess I'll be corrupted. It's fine. Stop doing that. And of course, I'm corrupted again. Instantly. Very cool. God, I cannot see anything. I don't want to stand in the middle of the lake, though. Why do they make it such a tiny little platform that you can stand on to fight this guy without being in the lake? The game seems to be just run past all the mobs instead of actual enjoyable exploration. I mean, I'm trying to not just run past all the mobs too much, but it is a lot. If you are trying to kill everything, it is a lot here. Blade attacks is like cheap jump scares in horror games, but for Souls games to increase difficulty. I think there is a discussion that a lot of people are not having about the way that delayed attacks are used. Because I think there is a big difference between an attack that is slow, that can be very good, and a delayed attack that, you know, people complain about. And then some people, you know, if you're anti-delayed attack, you just, like, ignore those other ones and you just, like, use the term. And if you're, I guess it would be pro-delayed attack, or at least anti-delayed attack, you're like, oh, what? You just don't like slow moves? Oh, so every move should just be as fast as possible now? Okay, where was my opening at the end of that? Nice. I think an attack can be as slow as it wants as long as the counter to it is still intuitive. So, if it's a really, really slow explosion that you're supposed to run away from, that's fine. Give me time to run out. If it's a really, really slow attack where their eyes flash right before they do the attack so that you know they're about to go so you can counter it, that's fine. If it's a really, really slow attack where they just kind of hold it and then suddenly spring it on you with no warning, that's bad. And if it's a really, really slow attack where they fake you out like they're about to spring it on you, then slap you with it to roll catch you, that's annoying, but, like, technically learnable. So there's levels to it. Okay, I didn't think there was actually anything up here, but I had to check, because there was a big guy up here, like he was guarding... No, there is something up here. Aha! Ha ha ha. Well, this might just loop back around to where I've already been, but still. Oh no, this is new stuff. Hooray. Pretty sure Liza P had some pretty janky hitboxes too. I don't remember if the hitboxes were, but Liza P had a lot of very delayed attacks. And I honestly, for the most part, think they did well with them. Except they would, like, forget how to do well with them when it came to Fury attacks. Fury attacks kind of just felt like they were throwing the rules that they themselves made out of the window to kind of get you. So I didn't really like that. Like the To give just a super, super basic example, which wasn't like the worst example, but just a super, super basic example, the Scrapped Watchman would do wind-ups into swings. And so he would go like wind up, swing, wind up, swing, wind up, swing, right? Like that. And each one had a pretty consistent wind-up time, and the swing came out about the same, so it was pretty easily learnable. You could see when he was like done winding up and he'd bring it around and come down. And then as he got to like the Fury attack at the end, he'd be like wind up, wind up, wind up, get to the top, and then you press the button the same as you had, and then he would just delay a bit longer and then finally come down. So it would like train you to think of it one way and then just do it the other way. And that one, it wasn't like that bad. Like that one, you got hit by like once or twice and you were like, oh, okay, I think I understand it. But that was just like an example. It kind of felt like how a lot of those types of attacks went in Lies of P. Oh, thanks for the good luck. Oh, to mess with the expectations, Margit had a super delayed hit, which was hilarious. We'll have to see if their next game they persist with that. Not sure they will. Yeah.
Hydrate.
I should have the thing now. I do. Combine the shards. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh. Mesmer's delayed swing when he drags the spear. I don't know that it was that delayed. It certainly was a roll catch. But it wasn't it was more like... That one I felt a little more like it's me panicking, rather than it being like that delayed, but it was a little delayed for sure. I definitely did get roll caught by it a lot. The line is certainly thin between them. Mesmer's spear drag was learnable. It gets you to panic, but it's not hard. Yeah, I did feel like it was very learnable. And maybe that's too generous, because every delayed attack is learnable. But I felt like it wasn't that hard to learn. It was more like I just needed to recognize it. Like, a move that... if as soon as you see it happening, you roll, it roll catches you, I don't really mind that much. So much as a move that, like, you sit there and you wait for, and you wait for, and you wait for, and then you roll and you were still too early. Because, like, you at some point kind of just felt like you had to guess.
Wuchang, come and find me.
Okay. Like, Mesmer's spear is only like, don't roll as soon as he starts dragging. Wait a little, and then go. If anything, my only problem with Mesmer's spear like that was the hitbox lasted too long after he stabbed. Margit timing, Morgot, yeah. Like, I think if the hitbox for him stabbing was like, hitbox is active gone, I think it's like a great move. I think it's legitimately a fantastic move. But with it being hitbox active, finally gone, I think that's too much. Because in that case, you either have to time your roll really, really well, or you have to hope as you dodge sideways that he doesn't track you. Because sometimes you'll dodge sideways, like, it's a spear, it's a thrust attack. I dodge sideways, it misses me. And then you'll dodge sideways and he'll go, just kidding, now I'm poking this way, and he'll hit you anyway. So it either needed to be a shorter hitbox so that it's all about the timing, or it needed to have less tracking so that if you roll sideways, you're always safe. Because instead it was kind of like a combination of the two. You had to roll at the right timing so that he didn't track you, and you had to roll in the right direction, otherwise it would just linger on you. Not like it was that hard, but if I were to give a criticism of it, that would be it. Whoa! Is this the end of the game? This looks like it. Don't answer that. Oh, title music? Title music? We're at the end of the game. Oh, this is cinema. Ooh. Okay. Sheesh. Holy. Actually, the end of the intro sequence. We're finally past the tutorial. We can start to play the game. When the world happened in this game, I thought we were just fighting infected priests and army generals and stuff, not eldritch gods. Well, I mean, at the very start, they tell you were infected by some monster that's causing a plague on the world. So I kind of figured we'd get to here. Welcome to Act 2. Now to introduce some new systems. Sheesh. Where to now? Magic to get to agility? Sure, why not? Time for the second skill tree. I'll say at this point it would be kind of welcome. I've kind of run out of interesting skills to get. Damaged token. Oh, let me also actually rest. I forgot to get my heals back. It's not going to matter. I'm just going to get one shot by the boss. Activate. Whoa! You always play Souls game with keyboard and mouse? Yes.
Marrow and bone,
Ooh.
ash and dust, run through me, blood of the ancient. Gates once shut, now wide open. The time is nigh. Hope
Oh, boy.
all but forsaken, yet here I stand. All the power under my command. I must thank you, Wuchang. Heavens above,
Ooh.
feathers within. Earth and soul aligned. All has become I. Feathering, fuel my ascension.
Okay.
By to you, like father, like daughter. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy!
Okay, that's got some range. I thought I could stay back and heal. Woo! The Starly would go so hard with a different voice. You don't like the voice? So many fingies. I think it's fine. The Chinese voice acting on in the sky, but that was way better. He was putting emotion into it. You guys are very picky on your voice acting. I think he's putting emotion into it. I have to go through this cutscene every time. I have to go through that cutscene every time I want to fight the boss. We're serious? Unskippable cutscene every time I want to fight the boss? Oh. Stand behind him if he does that. Nice.
Childish infatuation saves my rise. Divine providence indeed. Heavens be praised.
Oh! That did way more damage than I was expecting. So we can learn the game when you fight Hong Lin 1. That's true. Bro yapping while being reposted. I'm almost positive there'll be a full second phase, so we're only... Bro, why can't I skip this, though? I like the monologues while fighting. It's way more engaging. I don't mind it either way.
Marrow and bone. Bites like father, like daughter.
But if you're, you know, playing in a way where you're likely to die a lot, I can see how it would get very annoying to hear the same things over and over. Not that it is for me, even though I do play in that way where I'm likely to die a lot.
Thunderous divine, smite foes
okay.
Temple cast me aside. Today, I took my vengeance.
A little early, okay. Oh, my bad.
Heavens be praised. Thunderous divine, smites those unworthy. Foolish mortal. Homeland's childish infatuation aids my rise. Divine providence indeed. Heavens be praised. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy! Foolish mortal!
Okay, he can teleport to the middle and...
Cause unwind!
What?
Reaper through reversal!
What is happening? Okay, well, there's a phase 2 already.
Heavens be praised! Had you not led me here, immortality would still elude me. Foolish mortal! Waves surge, cycles churn, void begets form.
Okay, so you can just do the transition move again, and if you're near him, you're just stuck and dead. Got it. Nice profile picture. Thank you. Mitch J. Alright, I'm gonna swap to the Serpent Fang. Which might be worse, because it seems to be a lot more split damage, but I like it. I like being able to send out the Feathering Wind Strike. I should probably get it set up with a actual setup, though. I should benediction it. Okay. That move was weird to figure out. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Let's see. Blocks and clashes. Bad. Below a certain threshold, you gain increased defense. Could be good. Increase the damage of attacks that deal damage in a large area. No. Skyborn Might reduces damage taken for a time. Is it gaining Skyborn Might reduces damage taken for a time? Because if so, that's like... That's all the time. You're always gaining Skyborn Might. Nearby enemy suffers frostbite. Nearby enemy suffers corruption. Damage dealt while at full health as well as damage taken. That's scary. Increases damage dealt while below a certain HP. No. Poise break, deal increased damage. Taking damage reduces the damage you take. So if you just keep getting hit, that's honestly maybe fine. You can see the buff under your character. Okay. Because damage dealt if 3 discipline skills are known, which I don't even have 3 discipline skills. I don't think. Maybe I do. Is there a way to know if I do? Damage dealt while at full health. Could be good, actually. Nearby enemy suffers blight. Damage while at full health, but also increases stamina usage. I think it's just Skyborn Might reduces damage. Seems like probably the best one. Gaining Skyborn Might endows your attacks with Life Leech for a very short moment? Wait, that seems really good. That should just mean every 2 attacks I just get Life Leech, right? Is that not the most broken thing ever? Well, let me look at the other things, but... Maybe it has to be after. Weapons burn. There's dealt if 6 discipline skills are known, so I could know infinite disciplinary skills for more attacks. Poise break build up. Enemy increases your damage for a time, extending the duration, and damage avoidance when triggering alacrity. It's gotta be Skyborn Might set. Life alert. It's a bit broken. I love it. Do I have one that mixes with that? This is the one for Skyborn Plume. Why? Why is this not the one for Skyborn Plume? After gaining Skyborn Might, the damage of your next attack is increased. Why would it be this one? Why would it be Blocking Clash? Weird. Lastly, Wisdom. If I want, increase the potency of counter moves, which would do the Skyborn Might. The power of your next attack is increased. What is a counter move? I don't know what a counter move is. It's dual blade set. At least I think it's designed with them in mind. Ah. Why is Poise a bleed in this game? We can't stop pulling at threads. That's a good question as well. Potency of plunging attacks. Skyborn Might increases the potency of discipline skills. No. Consecutive attacks increase your stamina recovery speed. Honestly, maybe. Consecutive attacks increase your damage. That seems good. Consecutive attacks increase your fire attack power. Increases your damage during Skyborn Might. I could just have Skyborn Might gives me health, reduces my damage, increases my damage. Like, that seems like the... Like, why is that not the full 3 set? Counter move is either a deflect or clash. Okay. Skyborn Might increases your spell damage. Damage if 9 discipline skills are known. Was returning an enemy around increases your damage for a time, inflicting Poise Break. Increases damage dealt to enemies afflicted by blight. Yeah, I think it's just full Skyborn Might, but they're not a set. Close enough. When you sword deflect correctly, you can do an R1, R2 for quicker, strong attack like guard counters. Yeah, the, like, stabby attack. Okay, I guess. Sure. Would be OP, but that's the point! The point isn't to make 3 things that have no synergy, but if you equip these 3 things that have no synergy, then you get an effect that doesn't synergize with them. That's dumb. Like, the one that makes the most sense is there's the one that's if you have 3 discipline skills, you get more damage. And then there's a second one that is if you have 6 discipline skills, you get more damage. And then there's the third one that's if you have 9 discipline skills, you get more damage. And then if you equip all 3 of them, the set bonus is if you have 12 discipline skills, you get more damage. So, like, I could respec to have 12 discipline skills and use that and just be doing, presumably, tons of damage. Because it all synergizes with each other. Those are the fun ones. The discipline skills one is strong as hell. I figure it would be. That makes a lot of sense. We make our own sets. That Skyborn one has insane synergy on dual blades just because of clashes. I see. So you just, like, continually attack, get Skyborn might with clashes, and just send it. And you get lifesteal on it as well, right? So yeah, it makes sense, I guess. It's still weird, though.
Like father, like daughter. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy.
Ow. Sure do love random thunder.
Cast me aside. Today, I took my vengeance.
What? What hit me?
Heavens be praised. Owen's childish infatuation paved my rise. Divine providence indeed. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy. Foolish mortal.
Oh, phase transition. That was really good, though. I guess you're just supposed to stay away and run sideways? Ooh. Weird. Okay.
Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy. Waves surge, cycles churn, void begins form.
Just keep running, I guess? Oh, come on! Ah. That was good, though. I just got caught in just a bad situation where I couldn't heal. I don't like... Actually, I do really like this boss. I wanna get that out of the way before I do my little bit of complaining. I don't like that he's got the slap, I think it is, where he goes like slap, 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 slap. I don't like that roll catches you. I don't like that. I think that is just not good. Other than that, most of his attacks are pretty nice. I don't like when they do like the random orbs that follow you and you just kind of hope that enough miss you and you dodge through the rest. Other than that, though, this is a cool fight. I really like this fight. This is one of the better bosses. Yeah, this is cool. Ran out of respecs in E33. There's limited respecs in E33. Trash game. Never playing it. Starting to see the downside of wanting to use another weapon but not having the specs that benefit it. How do you dodge the tsunami? I just stayed very far away and just ran around it. There's limited respecs in Elden Ring. Trash game. 0 out of 10. Never play it.
Marrow and bone. Ash and...
Limited, but it's farmable. Even so. I'm obviously being a little... Yep, it just roll catches you. It's just a guaranteed roll catch. I really like the Skyborn Might build, by the way. It's making the entire combat system feel better. Which sounds like that should be, like, exaggeration, but, like, it actually makes the entire combat system make so much more sense when just the act of gaining Skyborn Might gives you benefits. What? It made the sound of a perfect, dodge. The random lightning. Maybe is not random.
Providence in
Is he supposed to do this in the middle of the arena? I thought he was supposed to... I'll take it.
Immortality would still elude me.
Shouldn't have done that.
Waves surge, cycles churn, void begins form. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy.
This guy being Adele over here, let the sky fall.
Heavens be praised. Your chisel shaped my path. In a past life.
Oh,
Dare stop me! Heavens be praised! Now, with your aid, the elixir shall be created. I cannot wait.
bad time to heal.
Waves surge, cycles churn, void begins form. Thunderous divine, smite those unworthy.
Oh, you are way far away. No! Oh my god, I got hit so hard there. Oh! Why did it do double damage? I think I got double hitboxed and then I was on the ground and you can't stand up. I was at full health. Almost. Got greedy? That was not greedy. That was just one hit that I just got hit with. Oh, that sucks. I definitely took double the normal damage there. I think this game might have like overlapping hitboxes with itself. That was the knockdown slap. Aw, man.
Marrow and bone. I tell you, like father, like daughter.
Okay. Easy. Isn't it crazy how much HP he has? He certainly does have a lot, but I also might just be like a not very high damage build. And he's probably very resistant to feathering. He is literally like a feathering type enemy. So me using mostly feathering damage is probably not...
Childish infatuation paved my rise. Divine providence indeed.
Okay. Oh, no way! Nope. Put away! No! Nope. Very unfortunate timing. I think I had a stagger ready on him, but now it just goes away.
Shaped my path in a past life.
Nice. What do you think? Full second phase after this? Nope. Too easy. Let's go. Sheesh. Bye-bye. That was a fun one. Let's go. Did he give me a new weapon? He did. It's a one-handed sword. Oh, all feathering one-handed sword with a bunch of spell power. Neat. With an ability called Sacrifice? You remove some of your max health? Well, that's neat. I wonder what it actually, like, does. Offer blood to the eyeball to increase your next damage dealt and cause poise break buildup. Endless requests and demands will ultimately lead to one's demise. That's cool. That's actually really cool. It doesn't cost any Skyborn Might, I don't think. It just costs your health. That's really cool. If only you didn't get it when presumably the game is already over. You can spam down to 1 HP and it stacks. That's cool. The game is never over. Been using that on New Game Plus, yeah. Nope, no more things to buy. You can't get a set from him. They're like, just finish the game already, I guess. All right. What have we got? Enter the stream of samsara. There's no turning back beyond this gate. Will you step forward? Maybe we'll be good in Act 2. Oh, right, because we did just get to Act 2. No turning back. Oh, someone behind me? Who would do such a thing? What? But I killed you! I guess the wheel turns again.
You have finally awoken. Rise, clothe these bones once more. You are awake at last.
You know me.
Indeed, time has passed, yet our paths intertwine once more.
The wheel turns again. Stuck in a loop. I think this is legit the worst ending to a game I've ever played. I mean, that was at least interesting. It's just a never-ending loop. Well, we did get the bad ending, so... What a Souls ending. That was a fine ending. Yeah, I think that was fine. It's very abrupt, though. That was very quick. I think it could have been played out a little more interesting. But I think the concept of it is strong, and I think the execution was fine. It just could have been better execution. How many endings are there? I think someone said 5. For what I understood from the rest of the game, that was a fine ending. Oh, okay. Oh. True ending on YouTube? Perhaps. Bad endings are usually quick, no? That's kind of fair. The secret ending is the best one. There's an ending where the game ends at the bow sorcerer boss. Speedruns! Wait, speedruns! Wait, actually, that's speedruns. 40 hours for a game, everyone was saying 60 hours? People were saying 60 hours? I thought I was slow. Oh, also, I guess we've reached credits. Time! Sub 40! Woo! There's a Shura ending. Nice. I wonder how long the speedrun for that would be. I've heard you can just tank the fire and skip straight from the early game area to like the mid-ish game area. So if you went straight for bow sorcerer from there, would that be like a 30-minute run? Sub 40. Took you about 30 as well. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to be going very slow for it to be 60. Took you about 32. Yeah, I think I was definitely on the slow end. You skip all of Cloudspire. Yeah. Woo. Maybe 60 for 100%. I mean, we were basically 100%. Like 60 if you're going into New Game Plus to 100% it. But we missed, what, like 2 things? You need to replay multiple times for endings. Oh, you're saying with endings. Okay, sure, yeah. I could see 60 for all endings. I could see 60 for all endings. Also fairly skilled Souls player. True, but I'm also a very stubborn, casual player. I think most casual players would say, this isn't working. I should change things out. I should interact with the systems of the game. I should swap my talents and not go a deflect build on a boss that can't be deflected. And I just went, nope, don't care. Bashing my head here till I win. And also, like, I kept, like, circling back around to areas I've already been. I'm sure a lot of casual players would just be like, I've been through that area. I'm not looking through it again. So, yeah, I don't know. There are probably a lot of people that do actually take 60 plus, and I shouldn't, like, disparage them, but I do think a lot of people are also under 40. So speedruns are possible then. Speedruns are always possible. New Game Plus 1 scaling is really, really bad. Disagree. Personally, I like when New Game Plus is just a victory lap. So you just mean it's too easy on New Game Plus? Yeah, I don't know. I never really judge a game based on its New Game Plus. Did you do all bosses, etc. in your run? I did all, but apparently one. Apparently, there's one that you can only get if you're not on the bad ending. So since I was on the bad ending, I missed one boss. Was the boss that I missed like a great boss or like a really hard boss, or was it just another boss? For those of you that did get to do it. Nice, nice. It's a tedious boss. Okay. Sub 40, woo! Another Nightmare Demon, but I like the Nightmare Demons. The Nightmare Demons have been my favorite bosses. My top 3 bosses were the 3 Nightmare Demons. The end boss, the one reborn, and the brother. The baby brother. This one was ungodly tanky. I might have loved it then. I don't know, I might have loved it. It's basically Gideon for this game. Oh. Well, I don't like Gideon. The Hungry Beast. Not that kind of nightmare. Oh. Like an NPC fight? It's a straight fight. Okay. The one reborn from Bloodborne? Yeah. They brought him back. Right near the Samsara place where you put the 2 ring halves together. Okay. The one reborn. How would you rate the game from 1 to 10? I think I'm gonna stick to 7.5 out of 10. For the start of the game, I thought it was 8+. In the middle of the game, it dropped, I think, all the way down to just a flat 7, and maybe was even looking at dipping below a 7 to like a 6.5 or a 6. But I did like the end. I did like that final boss. The way that it... Maybe on looking back on it later, I'll be like, nah, that was only a 7 or that was only a 6.5. But I think for now, I'm going to say 7.5. It's an 8.5 for you. All right. Cloudspire, Snow Mines, and Despair ruin this game. The final area is sick. Yeah. Yeah, the Snow Mines sucked. The Despair area sucked. Several of the bosses sucked, although none of the bosses were too hard, so it was kind of fine. And it didn't fully cohere into like a great combat system. But honestly, if I had just played the way I did on that final boss, if that was just a build that I had throughout the entire game, that build was so much fun. If I got to play with just that build the whole game, it's actually so good. But unfortunately, most of the game, you're working with weapons that have weird skills that are too slow to use. It feels like you're working with weapons that it feels like, why am I doing this? You're working with spells that feel too slow to cast. Like, there's just so much that feels like it's almost taking away from the game having to, like, navigate through them. But when you find a good build and it, like, comes together, the combat system is nice. As a base combat system, it's really nice. So when you find the good stuff that works with it, it's nice. Exhausting level design for explorers. They could have at least placed the bonfires at forks. True, true, true. Meme Co. Limited. Special thanks. It's the Bow Magus boss, not the Bow Sorcerer, so it's still pretty late game. Oh, that is pretty late game, yeah. Next run, fist only. Wait, that is actually possible. You can do fist only in this game. The Night Rain update was delayed because of the tsunami. No, really? Oh, man. I mean, also, it just sucks that there's earthquakes and tsunamis. And, yeah. By one day. Well, that's not that much. That's okay. This only has to be terrible to do. We will see. All right, so what happens if I hit continue now? Causality reversal. New game plus. Causality reversal 1. NG 1. Dream achieved. IGT 394153. Slightly lower than our real time. Okay. More sad about the tsunamis than the Night Rain update. That's... Yes. Yes, true. Biggest earthquake since 2011, yeah. I mean, the earthquake was, like, at sea, right? So it's not... The earthquake itself isn't the concern. It's just the tsunamis after. I don't know... I know that there were tsunami warnings. I don't know the actual need of it. Like, has it hit, but that's not really a topic of discussion for stream, I kind of feel like. But yeah, that sucks. Actual earthquake occurred in the middle of nowhere, yeah. As an Alaskan, the magnitude of the earthquake doesn't tell the whole story, yeah. All right, so... I had an idea for something that I think might be a little fun cap off to the Wuchang story. What if we try to beat Tutorial Genichiro? What if we see how far we've come, and in a new game, have we come far enough to beat Tutorial Genichiro? The expected loss fight. I'm gonna say yes. I hope so. But we'll see. What? And if it's too easy, we could do it no weapon. Although maybe that one then is just actually not gonna happen. I do wonder how difficult fist only is.
Why else would he be coming up here day in and day
You're gonna do it easily. Would I do it easily if I was doing it fist only? Girl's got hands. Seems too easy, put on a blindfold. Oh, okay. Use a weapon, I want to see what happens. We'll start with a weapon. And we'll see what happens. Because I don't really remember all the baby's moves.
You're awakened.
They tell you from minute one. They, It's got the, like, creepy music sting when you see him. That's not... No, that's not me. But I don't see me in the corner that got the blindfold put over. Let me out. I'm in the pot. Oh.
Everything got taken away.
In the jar. Go free myself. What if that's like the secret ending? You have to know about the jar. Sure, enter the dream. All right, no talents. No nothing. How is the baby? Steamed bunny bun.
Well, well, look who's back. Feeling lost now, don't believe me, eh? How about I introduce you to someone worthy?
Every time you play, another jar appears.
You know how it goes. No sweet dreams without crushing a few nightmares first.
By you. The belled pinwheel.
The belled pinwheel?
Do you think our baby bug will look like us? I'm so excited to meet him.
Forgot about that. Oh. Stamina is an issue without the talents to yeah, you can't really get a charged attack off probably ever. Okay. Oh. Got time to heal. I'm gonna lose. Yep. Yeah. Used it without a Skyborn Might. Whew. He's still a little tanky. He's still a little tanky. And now we have to go through the opening again. That was my dentist appointment. It was a dentist appointment. No, we have to go again. I got him this time, though. I get him this time. Surely. Surely this time. Any major game that's receiving a lot of praise this year that also did this ending? For 5 free skill points, that level of difficulty is nice. Yeah, it does. I think it is probably about correct. Although, you know, if the goal is like a look how far you've come, it isn't really that. Like, it doesn't have the same thing as like the tutorial Genichiro in Sekiro, where you play a second time and you know, most players mop the floor with him. This is definitely like still a challenge, even if you have completed the game. So it does not serve as a look how far you've come moment, but instead as, yeah, an actual still a challenge. Did I defeat him? Not on the first try. The spawning the Demon of Obsession require killing the boss in the tutorial, as she requires all bosses and all demon fights to be killed, as well as all other requirements. Presumably, no, since people have done it, but maybe. Genichiro is the tutorial goat of Souls-likes. True. This probably doesn't count as actually defeating a boss, if I had to guess. Does you kill the boss later? Oh, what happens if you kill the boss here? Do you not get to fight it later? Give me those steamed bunny buns.
Well.
Wonder how much game is left? We did beat the game. Oh, that's what you meant. We did beat the game, yes.
How about I introduce you to someone worthy? Don't call me cruel. You know how it
This
goes.
is more of a kudos
No
than
sweet
anything, yeah.
dreams without crushing a few night.
The refight still happens. Okay. It would have been better had he not been behind 2 to 3 other bosses. He's great as a tutorial boss, but it would have been better at the beginning.
By you, the Belt Pinwheel.
No, you would not have been ready for Genichiro if he was the literal first thing. Everybody would have quit. And still a lot of people did quit at Genichiro, even with him being a little later when you could get a bit of a hang of the boss.
I'm so excited to meet him.
You did quit at Ogre. Okay. Doing good this time. Okay. Nice. 5 talent points. Honestly, I think I could do that bare fist. That would take a long time. I think I could do that bare fist.
Well, quite the accomplishment. Hold on to this moment, this feeling.
I will hold on to this moment. This feeling. Are you playing New Game Plus, by the way? I'm not playing New Game Plus. This is regular New Game. This is a character with nothing. You have to lock in for like 30 minutes, but so an hour and a half, no damage. Nice way to start off your game too. An hour and a half? Wait, it took an hour and a half, fist only? Sheesh. That would... You're stuck on a boss. Oh, okay. You're talking about something different. Gotcha, gotcha. Was that the tutorial boss or what? Yes, that was the... That's the boss you're supposed to lose to at the start. You are supposed to lose to that boss, but if you win, you get a free 5 skill points that do not, like... They don't, like, increase your level. So... You're effectively 5 levels higher at every point in the game. Effectively. Can you test if fist scale with strength or something? Probably. I wonder if there's any skills that fists have. Nope. You can't even do a charged attack. You cannot do a charged attack. You can't do any skills. You probably can cast spells, but at this point, it's just this. It's basically required for optimal builds. I mean, or just level 5 more times. Story is that Bai Ziyun, the father of Bai Wuchang, Bai Yu, was devastated when his wife and newborn baby, by crew, died during the birth of the baby. So he collected the chisels and tried to resurrect the wife and baby, but instead succumbed the whole world to feathering. I think that's right. That sounds right. Do it, do it. Let's give a few tries to fist only by crew. See if we can do that. More Souls-like games need proper punch builds, IMO. I love that they at least will give you the option, even if it, like, kind of doesn't function. Mad Scientist put me in the pot at the end, yep. Did you watch the separate animated backstory video? No. There's a set, like, you have to, like, find it on YouTube? Fist only. Your weapon has the infinitely throwable spear. Oh. I really liked there was a sword that would do like an energy blast. That one was fun. Actually, good premise. Now to know the story more, I like it. Honestly, I think the, like, it's an endless cycle story works really well for short games. But for a long game like this, I mean, it's a bit much. It's like, okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna go through the wheel again to try to figure out how to get a better ending next time. I mean, I'm sure some people will, but I'm not going to.
Everything got taken away.
Am I playing New Game Plus? No. This is regular New Game. This is just a fresh character with nothing. It was also kind of pulled out of left field. Kind of. There was indications.
Well, look who's back. Feeling now. Don't believe me, eh? How about I introduce you to someone?
Come on, you don't want to visit the despair house again?
You know how it goes. No sweet dreams without.
They definitely set up the ending. Yeah, I don't think the story is told incredibly well. I think it is hard to follow, which maybe that's intentional, maybe that's part of the Souls-likeness, but I don't think anything really was like truly surprising or felt like this doesn't fit, but it did not feel like I fully got and understood the whole story either.
Do you think our baby bug will look like us? I'm so excited to meet him.
One of Souls game endings ever made sense. That's fair. Finally ascended to my final form. It doesn't even have a running attack. You literally can't punch out of a sprint or a dodge. You have to fully stop. Oh, and it's so short too. It just... Oh, yep, and you get locked into it. Oh my goodness. This would definitely be harder than Kazan Fist only. punch there. Get locked in a little too much. Oh, my bad. Not a lot of times you can actually hit it. Oh my god. Yeah, you actually just can't hit it because the hitbox is so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not a punish window. If I could just hit him, this wouldn't be so bad. They definitely did not intend for you to punch anything. It just doesn't function. Yeah, I don't know about this. If I could hit it, I'd be chilling. I just can't hit it. The punch animation is so bad. And you can't even do it while dashing. There's not even a dash punch, and there's not a dodge punch. You have to literally be fully standing still. It almost feels like at that point, why not just do the Lies of P and not allow you to punch at all? I just can't hit him. Ah, my bad. The focus wanes. Like, it's just not hitting him. Yeah. All right. Left arm still goes hard, though. True. That team said, you want a challenge? We'll give you a challenge. I am sure that there are some bosses that strictly cannot be accomplished like that. You get to fight this again at the end of the game. That's interesting. Yeah, it's the tutorial. You fight it at the start once, which you're expected to lose, and then you fight it again later, nearish the end. Is boss a tanky, or am I doing some kind of challenge? That was a challenge. That was fist only. It did not really work. Because if you're dashing, you just can't straight up cannot attack. After a dash, you just can't attack. The only thing you can do is from a complete standstill. Well, I guess you can be walking. So that's... yeah, that's a little silly. That's a little silly. That is definitely incomplete, let's say. Yo, Liv! Thank you for the sub! Welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Also, I think I missed earlier. Skyblader, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Let's go. You found the video. It's a 3-minute animated video. Would you like to see it? Sure. Let's get some more story, some more backstory now that we've finished the game. Let's see. Well, just leave this here. Well, no sound while we watch it. After a dash, you also cannot dash again. The time between dashes is 1 business day. That is also true. Billy Dev Diary. This.
接下来我们将为大家带来一段全新的短片，希望大家喜欢。
Okay, let's see.
From the void came all creation, and with
Okay.
it, the avians. Time spun its endless wheel until a marvel appeared. A glowing gate, suspended beneath the heavens. Through it emerged an avian, clutching a relic of immense power. This was Duriel, God
Duriel.
and wise, who came to bestow prosperity. He taught his kin to bend the threads of causality, unlocking the secrets of eternal life. In awe of his gifts, they worshipped him as a deity. But destiny is unrelenting. Life must yield to death. The avians, tampering with causality, began their undoing. Duriel implored his people to heed the will of heaven and embrace their fate by transforming into humans. Greed, however, is a cruel master. Led by Bailing, a faction of avians turned on their own, harvesting their fallen to fuel dark rituals and defy causality itself. Conflict was inevitable, ideals clashed, and war engulfed the skies.
But this reminds me of the stick figure Flash movies. I'm not gonna lie, kind of funny. Link to the video. It's if you scroll up a little in the chat, it's right there. That. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? The stick fight, yeah. Heard most critical saying you can get perpetually down in this game like a million years. Yeah, that does happen also.
In a final act, he prayed for divine strength and struck Bailing with the relic, wounding him deeply.
I can't unsee it.
The act fractured causality itself. The relic splintered into 5 shards, scattering across the earth. Duriel relinquished his divine powers, severed his wings, and took human form. Leading his surviving kin, he sought refuge among humanity, helping establish the Shu dynasty. The people of Shu revered him as the god
Shadow
of
puppetry, traditional Chinese art form. Ah. Or sort of what shadow puppetry sort of would be, because this isn't shadows, but more like puppetry animated in that style. I see. Gotcha.
Shu. Temples rose in his honor, and blood offerings flowed at his altars.
VA goes hard.
But the threads of causality cannot be mended. The cycle remains unbroken.
I guess that's it. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Kinda stuff you could sort of surmise or isn't like super relevant exactly to the plot of the game, but cool. Was that Boatman? No, that's not Boatman. That's Storyteller. Is him. How are you finding Wuchang? Well, I just finished it, and 7.5 out of 10. Should have been an 8 or a 9, but it's got some really big flaws with it that bring it down to the point where I could see some people putting it definitely below a 7 if those flaws annoy them enough. Like, I think some people just dropped the game entirely because those flaws were just, like, crippling. But I really appreciate the overall combat, and when it clicks, when it works well, it's so good, and it feels like it could be a 9 or 10 out of 10 game. And when it's not working well, when the developers try to go a little too hard into, no, this is Dark Souls, we swear, or various other things, it can feel like, you know, a 0 out of 10 game. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. So it is a mixed bag, but overall I think it is quite good. Explains the boundaries of the dream anyway. Did that have to do with the dream? I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to the favorite boss. I think it's the baby. I think it's the tutorial boss. I don't know. I just really liked it. It's a little simple. It's a little on the simple side. I think second favorite is final boss, and then I think third favorite is the one reborn. Fierce Tiger. Fierce Tiger was good. I think Fierce Tiger is number 4. I did like Fierce Tiger as well. I just didn't really appreciate some of the lightning that it would like leave and follow around, which I suppose some of the other bosses do as well, but like, I don't know, it felt particularly annoying on the tiger, I think. The monstrous toddler. Yeah, yeah. Out of curiosity, what would you rate Lies of P then? Every streamer I follow seems to worship it. I would rate it as 9.5 out of 10. Worship is certainly a strong word. You know, sounds negative, like, oh, they worship this game. But, like, it is really, really, really good. I think Lies of P is incredible. I think Lies of P does almost everything right. Although, you know, I think a lot of people will be like, it's too linear, or, oh, I didn't vibe with elements of the story, or, you know, whatever else. Like, there's a lot of complaints you could have, but I think the core of it and the way that it's constructed is phenomenal. So I really, really like Lies of P. It is not a flawless game, but it is... It has very few flaws, but it maybe also doesn't have, like, the absolute highest of high peaks. But it is very, very close to flawless, I think. The actual flaws in it are very low. It is just, like, you know, it's a little bit linear and you know, things like that. More of another Crab's Treasure kind of guy. I'm also another Crab's Treasure kind of guy. Also goated. The top 3 non-FromSoft Souls-likes: Lies of P, Kazan, another Crab's Treasure. In that order. Those 3 are the 3 that I think elevate themselves above Souls-like to the level of, like, yeah, you are just a fantastic game. Whereas I think pretty much every other non-FromSoft Souls-like has just been like, you're good because you're a Souls-like and Souls-likes are fun, but outside of that, you're kind of okay. Whereas those top 3 are like, yeah, those are just fantastic games. Linear is better than confusing. It can be. Both can be good. Agree that you put Crab over Lies of P. Fair. Is there a Souls game you'd say is a 10 out of 10? Sekiro. Only Sekiro. My grading for 10 out of 10 is super strict. Super, super strict. But Sekiro, to me, it does it. I think a game like Lies of P set the bar very high for other Souls-like games. That's true, that's true. Alright, cool. So, with that completed, and with Fist only the baby not seeming reasonable, I don't really want to do a New Game Plus. And DS2, obviously DS2. IMO Headless takes out 10 points. Balatro? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Speedrun this game? I'm somewhat considering it. I don't know that I liked it that much. I find the concept of a speedrun interesting because I do like the overall combat, and I feel like it would get better if you're, like, forced to do it at low level and stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know. When we look into what the speedrun is looking like, is there... If there's already a speedrun there, we can look at that. Speedrun.com. Wuchang. Fallen Feathers. Leaderboard's open in 8 days. I didn't think so. Currently in the leaderboard embargo period, is not yet accepting run submissions. Embargoes usually last a few weeks after the release of a game and provide game moderators and the community time to establish categories and rules. Now's a great time to join the Discord and practice. Cool. So, yeah, no leaderboard yet, so we can't see what that is. I think people have probably already done some runs, but I would have a trouble finding those or telling if they're world record or whatever. You can script opponents, I think, but you might need to respec a bit. Well, yeah, but it's like, is it worth the time to do that? Because you want to just rush straight to the next boss. Really need, like, online maps that show where items are so people can form a route, though. There's too much crap pickups. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just up to people. You make a vague route. You go through that route and pick up everything along the way. You make note for yourself of everything along the way that's useful. You pare it down to only the useful pickups on your next journey through. And then eventually someone goes, wait, but you didn't pick up this item that's only like 10 feet off the path and lets you upgrade your weapon one more time. And then you go, you're right. And then you start to work that in. It's a community effort as opposed to like a, just look at a map and then you can figure out the route, forehead. That's your profile picture, a lot better than the old one. Thank you. I mean, but also, I did like my old one. It just looked a little too NFT, like people didn't like that. You run through the fire in new game after the cave and starting area, and there's a skip in the shaft area. Right. Yeah. So you can definitely skip a lot. But it still seems like it would be relatively long since you need to get pretty far into the game. But I don't know. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound tomorrow will be an awesome speedrun game. What is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound? Is that a remake of a thing? Is that a new thing? I don't know what that is. Bring back NFT profile picture. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well, honestly, with nothing I really want to do right now. I think I might just take an early night. Just take a little bit of an early night. I know I did also miss like one night a few nights ago, but like I haven't really been taking many nights off or ending too early. I might just take it a little easy. Come back fresh tomorrow with something cool planned. Which will probably just be Night Rain speedruns, but I don't know that I want to swap to that right now. Not even a 3-hour stream. Hey, I can't. Not my fault we beat the game too quickly. Not my fault I'm too good at this video game and just cruise through the final boss. But actually, wait, that is my fault. Wait, that is my fault. Dang it, you're right. Do normally stay up late as hell. Yeah. So, not being too late will also be good because I've got play things with friends with people that probably is announced. I don't know. On Thursday and Friday, I've got things I need to be awake for. So keeping my sleep schedule not too late will be cool. Skill issue or skill lack of issue? So let's go ahead and let's raid Katie, who is playing Wuchang. Let's go. Skillful issue. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Back to Stellar Blade for you then. We can also consider playing E33 soon, because I have an IRL friend that was like, you need to play E33. And I'm like, you too? My chat has been saying that. So you can thank my IRL friend for making me put it actually as I will probably play it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever in the world you all happen to be. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.